What are renters' rights during eminent domain? Have you ever wondered what happens to renters when the government decides to take a property for public use? This process is known as eminent domain, and it can significantly impact those who do not own the property they occupy. Understanding renters' rights in these situations is essential, especially when considering limited government principles and individual liberty. First, if you have a signed lease, the government is generally required to honor the terms of that lease. This means that if the government takes the property before your lease ends, you should either be allowed to stay until the lease expires or receive compensation for the remaining time. Some leases may even include specific clauses about eminent domain, which can clarify your rights and compensation. If your lease does not address this, state laws often provide protections for renters. Next, relocation assistance is another right that renters may have. This assistance can cover moving expenses and, in some cases, help with rent differences if your new housing costs more. For business tenants, compensation may also include costs related to moving equipment and inventory. However, it is important to note that compensation for lost profits is not always guaranteed. Additionally, renters have the right to safe and habitable replacement housing. The government or the authority taking the property should not force you to move into unsafe or substandard living conditions. This is a fundamental aspect of ensuring that renters are treated fairly during the eminent domain process. Despite these rights, renters often face challenges in securing fair compensation. Unlike property owners, renters do not receive payment for the land itself. Finding comparable housing at the same price can be difficult, and the compensation process may become complicated by lease terms and local laws. From a conservative viewpoint, protecting renters' rights during eminent domain aligns with the principles of individual liberty and personal responsibility. It is vital that the government's power to take property is exercised with respect for private agreements. This ensures that displaced renters are not unfairly burdened by losing their homes or business locations. Renters should take proactive steps to understand their leases, keep records of any relocation expenses, and seek available assistance. This way, they can ensure they receive just compensation and support during this challenging time. In summary, renters affected by eminent domain typically have the right to have their lease honored or receive compensation for its unexpired term. They also have the right to relocation assistance, covering moving costs and possibly rent differences, as well as the right to safe and habitable replacement housing. Understanding these rights helps balance the government's need to use eminent domain with the individual rights of renters, reflecting conservative values of limited government and respect for private property agreements.